Dwayne Johnson didn't just build an empire in Hollywood. He built a garage that looks like a supercar dealership through a party. From gifted hypercars to lifted trucks that barely fit his 6'5" frame. The Rock's collection is proof that hard work really does pay off. We're talking hand-built Italian hypercars, British luxury SUVs, and pickup trucks with more horsepower than some sports cars. Today we're counting down 10 of the most insane vehicles Dwayne Johnson owns. And trust me, the last one on this list might be the single most exclusive hypercar on the planet. Stick around, because number 1 is going to blow your mind. If you've ever wondered what it actually looks like when a WWE legend turned Hollywood's biggest action star spends his money, you're about to find out. Let's get into it. Number 10, the GMC Yukon Denali. This one didn't even stay in his garage for long. The Rock gifted it straight to his own father, WWE legend Rocky Johnson, back in 2018, telling him to pick whatever ride he wanted. Under the hood sits a 6.2-liter V8 pushing out 403 horsepower, wrapped in a digital cockpit and enough cargo room for a full entourage. It's just one example of how Johnson has repeatedly used his fortune to look after the people who helped him climb to the top. Ever wondered what it feels like to get handed a luxury SUV as a gift? Rocky Johnson knows exactly what that feels like. Number 9, the Rolls-Royce Cullinan. This is Rolls-Royce's answer to the modern SUV, blending 3-ton British luxury with genuine off-road capability. Expect a twin-turbo VCR, a whisper-quiet cabin, and a starlight headliner that turns every commute into a private jet experience. It rides on air suspension so smooth that Johnson could probably film an entire scene from the back seat without the camera shaking. Who needs a private jet when your SUV already feels like one? Number 8. The Lamborghini Aventador, a screaming naturally aspirated VFR producing well over 2,000 horsepower. Scissor doors that open straight up, and a design that looks carved out of a fighter jet. It's one of the last true Lamborghinis built without any hybrid assistance, which makes the raw engine sound almost as intimidating as the man behind the wheel. It's about as subtle as The Rock walking into a room, which is to say, not subtle at all. Number 7, the Ford Hennessy Velociraptor. This isn't a stock Ford F-150 Raptor. Hennessy rips out the factory EcoBoost V6 and drops in a Coyote V8, instead cranking output up to 758 horsepower. That's enough to launch this 3-ton truck from 0 to 60 inches just for 1 second econs, which is faster than plenty of dedicated sports cars, costing twice as much. It's the kind of build that turns heads at every stoplight. Whether or not anyone realizes The Rock is behind the wheel, who builds a pickup truck that can out-accelerate a supercar. Apparently, The Rock does. Number 6. His custom lifted Ford F-150. This one's personal. It's reportedly one of the few vehicles The Rock actually drives on a daily basis, modified with a lift kit and upgrades to match his larger-than-life frame. Some of his F-150s came as gifts, including one handed to him by the production team behind his HBO show Bowlers. Unlike the hypercars that mostly sit and appreciate in value, this is the truck that actually gets used, hauling gear to set and running errands around town, because apparently regular trucks just weren't built rock-sized. Number 5, the Ford GT, America's answer to the European supercar. Powered by a twin-turbo V6, producing well over 600 horsepower and a top speed north of 200 miles per hour. With only a limited number built each year, owning one instantly puts you in a very exclusive club that most millionaires never even get invited to join. The carbon fiber tub and race-derived suspension were basically lifted straight from Ford's Le Mans program. Even with a body built for the ring, The Rock somehow finds a way to squeeze into this low-slung missile. Number 4, the Rolls-Royce Wraith. Johnson has actually been spotted driving this one to set multiple times, and it's easy to see why. A twin, turbo, 6.2-liter VR delivers serious power wrapped in one of the most comfortable cabins money can buy. This car even made an appearance in his HBO show Ballers, which says a lot about how naturally it fits his on-screen and off-screen image. Luxury and muscle rarely coexist this well in one car. Number 10. The Lamborghini Huracan. A naturally aspirated V-Line S, creaming out 2,000 horsepower. razor-sharp Italian styling, and a price tag well into six figures. The Rock has even admitted the cockpit wasn't exactly built for a 6'5" frame, but that hasn't stopped it from holding a permanent spot in his collection. He's joked about basically having to fold himself in half just to get behind the wheel, and it's still worth every uncomfortable second. Number 2. The Ferrari LaFerrari, a hybrid hypercar worth over $1 million and one of the rarest badges Maranello has ever produced. Johnson reportedly got behind the wheel of this matte white beast through a complimentary lease deal. The kind of arrangement Ferrari only offers to its most high-profile names. It pairs a screaming VCR with an electric motor for a level of acceleration that borders on unfair. Number E. The Pagani Huayra. This is the crown jewel of Dwayne Johnson's entire collection, a hand-built Italian hypercar with a twin-turbo V8R, developed in partnership with Mercedes, active aerodynamics, and a price tag that rivals a mansion. Every single Huayra is assembled almost entirely by hand in a small factory in Italy, and fewer than 100 were ever made. Active flaps on all four corners adjust in real time to keep the car planted no matter how hard it's pushed. From a gifted SUV to a hand-built Italian hypercar, Dwayne Johnson's garage is basically a masterclass in turning hard work into horsepower. 10 cars, 10 stories, and every single one of them screaming that this man does absolutely nothing halfway. Which one of these would you drive if you had The Rock's bank account? Drop your pick in the comments, smash that like button, and subscribe because Vin Diesel's car collection might just be next.